Mr. Shady, seeming to have figured this pair out, he's got to get his act together, too.
Beautiful comeback shot. And you could just see the expression on his face. Is it going to hold? Is it going to strike? And what it did, it was like, all right, now let's just go back to one shot at a time as he calls for a re-rack.
Switches to that pink ball on the right lane also. Over the first arrow, out to about the third board. And it makes you wonder, you know, when you make these decisions sometimes which ball to use, why did he ever think of the blue ball at all?
That was one that he used all week. It's one he used in the practice session. He had a pretty good reaction. The lanes have changed.
Well, he actually threw the pink ball in practice more than he did the blue.
Maybe he's colorblind.
He'd be in trouble, wouldn't he?
Oh, he needs it for 3 in a row, and Curtis Odom shakes him up a little bit. And he's come back from behind. And today, 31 years after this multi-million-dollar facility opened, they have 80 lanes, 300 video games, and a beautiful swimming pool. While we were away, Mike Shady left the 2-8, and he missed it. So he's down now by 13. Strong shot, though, coming back. The question now is, Curtis Odom was dead lost for 3 frames, and now he looks like he owns this pair. What happened?
Well, he switched bowling balls then, and plus, I think it points out an interesting thing about his character. He was able to not be embarrassed by those first 3 frames and just totally put him out of his mind and behind him and concentrate on the job at hand. I mean, to me, that's a mark of a real professional. That has to hurry.
Shot that kind of holds, and he gets a break as the 10-pin is kicked out at the very last moment.
See, that's why he didn't use the pink ball originally, because if he throws it one board to the right, it just doesn't make it back. If he hits his target perfectly with the right lift and turn, he's in the pocket, but it takes a good quality shot.
And this is no gimme.
It's not the most difficult spare in the world, though, the 1-2-8.
Nice conversion.
Perfect. But it keeps the match within 10 pins exactly. Shady's still right there. Have one errant shot on the right lane. And we got an overhead look at the 1-2-8 as he hits the head pin on the left. Ball hit all 3 pins. You can't fail then, Den.
Curtis took a quick look at the score to find out just exactly where he stands as he shoots now in the 8th. Boy, he liked that the moment that it left his fingertips. A very likable guy, too. I mean, he has some fun. He competes, but he really enjoys what he's doing.
He's just a very enjoyable person to be around. Curtis throws it. Felt perfect coming off. And says, I know it's going to strike.
Now, Shady double to tie the match.
Oh, yeah.
All of a sudden, this one is really turned around, Michael.
And we're heating up. We got an even match with 2 frames to go, and guys are throwing it better every frame, Dan.
Maybe it just took them a little while to settle down, find the road map. Got a few chuckles out there this afternoon. Some orange barricades.
Being from the Midwest, we're familiar with that, aren't we?
Yeah, May 1st they bring all those out. Well, Shady with a couple of doubles would love to see a 3-bagger stand. And he's got it. Kicks out the 10. These 2 professionals really have shifted in to a whole nother gear.
And it's just a different atmosphere. Suddenly now they know what the ball's going to react, and they're confident and feel like they're going to strike. Key shot, though, for Curtis is right now, because this is his tough lane. If he strikes here, it sets him up for the 10th frame. We could have a very exciting finish.
And we could have a tie.
234 possible for both of them if they both strike out. Will it hold? Brooklyn! Oh, when in doubt,
pull it out. Pull it left, do anything you can. You could see, though, that the apprehension is there, and you mentioned it. If he throws it a board or 2 right with that ball in the right-hand lane, it's not going to finish. So there's a tendency to get that chicken wing special going, and you start giving it the Yankee Doodle. A shot that you were famous for.
Thanks, Dan.
I had to say it.
I knew it was coming.
I won't say it anymore this summer.
For the lead. It's really swung that one wide. And there's the 2-8-10.
Just what we were talking about. Paid the price, but he missed by a board or two, Mike. You could tell.
Dan, 3 times on television. A couple years ago in Tucson, last year in Wichita, the same thing came up. The 2-10 or the 2-8. He's left his shot. What happens is the slide gets a little short, and the quality of the release is not as heavy on the fingers, and the ball doesn't make the reaction that he wants.
Curtis went over to check the score. Our television coordinator, Chuck Pisano, keeping score. And I think he was looking to find out what kind of count he wants to come up with. Does he go for the make or just try and get the count? Well, he finishes with a game of 199. A critical open in the 10th frame.
And Mike Shady is in the position, same one he was in the first game, needs a mark in order to win.
And if memory serves me correctly, he threw a Brooklyn.
Tripped the 6 last time. High again. Well, went with the Brooklyn again, but leaves only the 9-pin. If my addition is right, I think that's enough right there. Yeah, he's got enough to win right now. Mr. Shady is going to go on to face Parker Bohm.
Shady coming back with a double, and then missing the 2-8 in the 6th, and then a 3-bagger. Curtis Odom just couldn't quite come up with a shot that he needed in the 10th frame. And Mike Shady will advance. And for Curtis